Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bush. I'm back. I am back. How y'all doing? So I listened to some podcasts and I want to change up, make a few adjustments. I want to tighten up things and just make things a little bit more concentrated, you know? So I want to be a little bit more prepared, I guess. But I like that version of what we do and how we do and whatever and everything. Before we get started, love, peace, light. I want to make some changes of my mind. I've said some things and some things have been adjusted. Some updates have been updated. So number one is I took the sponsorships off those like commercial sponsorships. As of now, I just want to talk. I want us to grow. I want us to be. I don't want to taint anything, and I would like to, at any time, work directly with the deal. But we'll get there when we get there. But as of now, let's enjoy the process. And let's build something. So yeah, I took that off. That's what that is. Going forward, I am open to working out some deals with some companies, some places. I will say that it's gonna be very easy for me. I'm a very particular type of person, so I mess with what I mess with, and I like to, support the things I mess with. So yeah, it's about the progression of the aim and direction of the universe for me. You take that as you see fit, or understand it. Um, yeah, yeah. So today, man, today, you know, I want to say I have no idea what we're gonna talk about, but I know we're gonna talk about it. I believe this is the eighth episode. I hope you all like the titles. I really admire and like value those titles that I come up with. So more importantly, I hope they're juicy to think of, juicy to say. So I hope you enjoy it. But yeah. Hey, I'd like to say something. I know what I want to say. Um, I don't necessarily. Well, I guess this is something to say. I would like to verbally express the success that I would love, or the journey I would love to be able to create and have things play out in a beautiful way that exude my talents, my will, my strength, my participation, and acknowledge and strengthen and highlight in a healthy and comfortable manner. You know, I have some things that I would love to happen, and I think it's about taking my time. I think it's about being patient, but at the same time, maintaining that hunger harnessing that that force, that will, that push, that position. So I really do truly like for those things to come into fruition. I'm here in Chicago. I want to say shout out to Chicago. Shout out to the world. I want to speak from a place of reality always. So I understand that a lot of people are going through things. A lot of people are going through more negativity and experiencing more pain and sadness than sometimes the happiness or the fun. And it's not to dwell on it, but it's to, in order to move forward, you have to fully move forward. Fully, I think we don't fully dissolve things. We don't fully handle things. We don't complete things. We don't complete things in a healthy manner. Things are lingering. Things are undone, you know. So therefore, we find ourselves in the same situation with the same problem on and 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 on. So for those families out there, those estranged relationships with aunts, those estranged relationships with cousins, those estranged relationships with parents, brothers, sisters. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to reach out to people. And I'm not telling you not to. That's not what I'm saying. Actually, I'm not telling you anything. I'm just saying that it happens. It is. I think a lot of us really wish that we could hop in a time machine and go back to the relationships, to a lot of the things. And sometimes, not sometimes, that's actually the problem with life. Like, it shouldn't be, oh, I wish, or back in the day. Because growing up as a kid, I used to always hear my parents, you know, not necessarily my mom, but church folk and even my dad, you know. I'd always talk about how things used to be. And, oh well. I got a fingernail to cut. But they always talk about how things would used to be, you know, and I think that's a stagnation. You know, I think at one point in time, the fun, the growth, the maturation, the forward motion stopped. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of them were upset and didn't really know how to truly express that. You know, one thing is I used to always say is that since human beings are such social creatures and society is such a failing system and people don't have the opportunity to bond, spend time, actually grow and, you know, from an internal level and spend and share skills and build true relationships, true friendships, true just whatever. With that being taken away and people trying to find that natural essence of their DNA, of the essence of who they truly are. A togethering community, a communal energy is being filtered through a very individualized society. And I feel like a lot of people throughout certain time and age frames in your life, you know, a lot of older people are in church because there's no other place for them to really commune. They're lonely. They want to spend time with people. They want to, they're attracted to people. They want to have conversations. They want to be wild. They want to have fun. They want to spend time. They want to do that, but the society that they're in, it doesn't really facilitate those type of relationships. You know? So people have to find those things through chat groups, through church, through systematic means of organization. You know, as far as organization on our own accord, it's not really that much. The only people that really truly have that is the people in the hood. People that know how to come from spirit and they mess with each other. But even still, there's barriers on that because, I don't want to sound negative. Like there's a dead end to everything. So I do want to watch myself in that. Because sometimes I guess I could be that way. Or maybe I'm just speaking truth. I'm just going off like what is. Granted, there's a lot of beauty and good that goes. But it's not as highlighted. But the way things are being formed, the way people are reacting, the way things are representation is not of all the good or any good that has, come through the specks here and there. Speaking of that, I want to tell y'all something. Something I did, something I thought that was very interesting to me. It was a very emotional moment for me. And I actually held it and hid it from my girlfriend. I didn't want her to see me so teary-eyed. But anyway, I'll tell you what the moment was. So for the last couple, weeks, maybe even a month or so, I would watch or periodically watch knockout videos of worst knockouts, best knock, stuff like that. Right? And it was some very heavy stuff. You see guys get hit or women get hit and they freeze and pass out before they even hit the ground. And even when they hit the ground, their body's in a frozen state where they can't even move their limbs. And it was it's surreal, right? So it became a norm to a degree, right? But not a super norm, just a norm. I would watch it a few times a week, which I guess is a lot or too much. I was just watching pain. And then I started to go through this thing of going through reversing because I don't always want to let negativity be the lead or the reason why something is interesting to me. I don't want to magnate towards negativity. I don't want to love negativity. I want to magnate towards positivity, however that is or looks like. Even though I do understand there's pain and there's fight in this world and in us. So I'm fully aware. I'm not saying there's peaches and rainbows and blue clouds. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying there is a utopia that is attainable. And I believe in this utopia. Oh, we'll talk about utopia one day. But anyway, basically, I was watching a lot of knockout videos. So then I decided to, go to YouTube. In the search bar, I looked up really good positive moments, between animals, people, humans, and vice versa, interchangeable, whatever. And it was so touching that I got so emotional that I damn near could have cried, right? Now, I have this thing about YouTube. I have this thing about the internet in general, about it in a way almost giving you a brain drug sensation through reactions and chemicals, right? Almost kind of like movies, right? To a degree. It takes you on an emotional roller coaster. And I try to be very privy and aware of that. But at the same token, I appreciate it, being emotional. I appreciated seeing those things. And those things made me feel good, knowing that that's out there in the world. And it was a different experience. And it was just telling. It was telling. It was just emotional. It was moving for me. So, hey. get this energy up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, so look. First of all, in my mouth right now, I have a dark chocolate almond. I had this thing, like, I don't really like just putting chocolate almonds in my mouth. I like to let them, like, you know, let the chocolate melt down a little bit, then I chew right before it's all gone. It's just how I do what I do, so, hey. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this thing that used to trouble me. Still kind of does, maybe. So I guess it does. I had this weird ability about me. So, right, I can talk, and when I'm talking, people jump in my conversations. I'll be basically enamored by what I'm saying, even though I'm not, whatever I'm talking about. I don't even know. It could be anything. But yet, sometimes I have this ability that people cannot hold on to attention of what I'm saying. And I don't know if I take it out as me being boring, right? But I take it as me being boring. I wonder, like, sometimes I don't think I talk monotone. I hope I don't. Nah, I ain't. I think that I ain't doing all that. But I don't speak loudly. I'm not a super like. I like people that can make me get energy, make me, turn up and have fun and be loud, whatever the case may be. And I can be loud. I have no problem with it. But I just say, like, my overall just natural self hasn't always been that. That's not necessarily where I come from. But I'm understanding a sense of sparkness within talking, within enunciation, within asserting yourself. And it's not that I don't assert myself. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I could tell you no to your face. I have no problem explaining myself. People that know me know that. But and I have no problem saying I love you. I have no problem saying giving you a compliment. People that know me know that. There's a lot of people that have seen me throughout the city, and I've given compliments. You got a nice jacket, like you know what I'm saying, like. Even people that have dreads longer than mine. Like, I admire how long you been growing, bro. You know what I'm saying? How long you been growing? Since, like, whatever the case may be. Like, I love black people, y'all. Like, black people are amazing. Like, I don't even want to say black people because I just thought about something. I got on my girlfriend a couple of days ago. She was talking about something, and she said a black girl, such and such. And I said, if you're black and your people are your people, then when you just say a girl. So I have to hit myself on it. But the reason why I say that, because I want to emphasize. But the melanin American rooted genome, a.k.a. the black man. I think that's a better terminology at times, because I don't like black. I mean, I love black, the color. I love the essence. I love whatever. But what I'm saying is that we're not the term, the name, the letter, the word black. We're so much more. We just don't know. But we're also more like that X factor. That's basically what black is saying. We don't know. You don't know. It's blackness. It's a void. Voidness. And since we're void of so much within because of this blackness. You're void of culture, void of language, void of connectivity, void of structure. And I'm not trying to talk about the black and badness, and I'm just talking about reality. If we don't know what it actually is, how do we work on what it is to have a better tomorrow? If we continuously, mindlessly, and I don't want to say ignorantly because that offends people. And this isn't here. I'm not here to bash or make you feel bad. I like to uplift and build, but I believe you can only do that. First of all, it's your choice to do whatever the fuck you want to do with what is information, understanding, or the feeling of who you think you are. It's not up for me or anybody else. This is just a fucking talk and a podcast. We love it, and it's real to us. So yeah, it is real. But yeah, it's all telling. It's all telling. It's all telling. But but yeah, I guess I should say. But no, where I go, I admire seeing us in our natural form. I believe that's our strongest form. I believe that this world is very crazy. This world will elude you. This world will bullshit you, and I believe that our natural form, our natural hair, our natural bonds, our natural emotions with each other, our natural ways of communication. Like black people communicate, and we are tethered to telepathy. Like we know and we feel without having to say words. But yet we're so indoctrinated into thinking that we have to say words. It's one of the reasons that I have a slight weird essence with a podcast. Like at the time I felt I was beyond talking. I felt that was a moment for me to actually talk. I could have made a podcast anytime over these years, but I didn't. And partially it was because I thought I needed a co-host, you know. But as much as I love people and I love to have conversations with people, to be honest, one day hopefully this platform grows, I can sit down with the listeners and, you know, answer and, you know, and build upon conversations that we had in the past. You know, I would love that opportunity. And yeah. I also want to stay on point. But yeah, number one, I love seeing black people in their natural form. I believe that then our natural form is our strength. I believe that our hair, you know, it ties us and has benefits to us. I know a lot of us there's a lot of cultures of cutting hair in the black community, haircuts, linings, you know, trimmed up, you know, even, you know, for some women. And I'm not knocking anything. I'm really not. I'm just saying this. From what I think, I could be wrong, but even still, this is just what I think. You know, what I think could change, will change, could build upon. It will always grow into something else. So that I'm not sitting up here trying to be big headed. It's me, and no, it's not even that at all. But honestly, I feel like we're portable trees, portable botany, you know, in some ways. And I feel like our hair are extensions like leaves that blow in the wind, absorb the sun, absorb the rain, read the environment. And I believe that's what our hair has the ability to do. You know, but also understand that there's a suppression on us on subconscious levels that we don't even understand. Like it's so deep that it's entwined into what you think you like, what you think you are, what you think of yourself. It's almost like a parasitic consciousness that is very, very dangerous, you know, because by doing so, it changes your values of beauty. It changes your values of health. It changes your values of self. It changes your values of connectivity. It changes your values of ability of things. It changes a lot of things. It changes your value. So a lot of us most of us didn't really know what this was. You were born and didn't even remember when you were born. You were just in life and you were going like, whoa, I'm here now. I'm in this, and for a lot of people, they still haven't had that moment. They've just been going. Like some people had that moment at 8. Some people had that moment at 3 weeks old. Some people had that moment in 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, you know, born. Some people had that moment at 30 years. Some people had that moment at 50. But like, it's also the weirdness about life and about birth and death. Like, it's like people fear death, but people never feared birth. You know, like, you know, when you're born, you don't even know. So when you're dead, you probably won't even know. But at the same time, it's all a forward motion thing. And the way you know that is because when you're born and when you exist, when your body formulates from minerals and essence and energy, and it comes together in a way, not just like, you know, instant manifestation. I'm not saying that, but it took a lot. It took things to come together for you to exist. Like your parents went through a lot. Your parents could have died. There were things that there's a reason why you exist. You know. So yeah. I got this thing going on. I have very like sensitive skin, and my body in general is just very sensitive. Like it's very it's crazy. But one of the weird things that happens every now and then is that the band strap on my like brief boxers, over time it irritates my skin right there just from being like on it, from like the band of the, you know, elasticity. And my body doesn't really like that. Like I don't really like anything that is what's the word? I was gonna say engulfing, but couldn't. I was gonna say contorting, but I think that's the wrong word. But I don't like to be held down. I really don't. I don't like to be tightly bound. I don't like. Yeah, that's just not my thing. So I believe it plays a role. But it's weird. I'm weird like that. I'm gonna tell you a weird thing. Well, no, I'm not gonna tell you that. I don't know. Why? Yeah, fuck it. I already brought it up. When I was a kid, from what I believe, I was a perfect normal kid. But there was this one thing that I know that was weird about me, and I don't have it. It doesn't happen now. But my whole life I've been extremely sensitive. Like, you tickle my feet. It's too like my mom. Like I wouldn't like that as a kid. Like, you know, my cousins would try to tickle me. Like I was so ticklish. Like if you thought about tickling me, it tickle. Like if before you even attempt it, which also, but you know, if your attention, which even failed because I evaded you, even that made me tickle. But even thinking that you about to do it to attempt was weird to me. But and just weird things as a kid that in our class or any class really, I don't really know why it happens, but it's triggered by paper, and it's a weird fucking thing. So I'm good with paper. I can do anything with paper, but if paper touches the backside of my fingernails, something weird happens to me. I get this like intense urge in my fingertips, and all I want to do is scratch the paper. And when I do it, it's like a cold, painful, hurt feeling, but it's also like a numbing, pulling, like it pulls me into it. It's weird. But it's also like it's satisfying in a weird way. But it gets so bad, like I have to either rip up the paper or get my hands completely off of it and away from it. It's very weird. I don't know why that always used to happen. But yeah, I hope I didn't make myself sound crazy. But I'm pretty sure I did. But fuck it, hey, it is what it is. Oh man. But yeah, back to where we were at, even though there is no back to where we were at. Put that over to the side. Let's focus on my almonds. Quick reminder, like I said, oh, I know what I'm going to say. I'll get to that quick reminder later. You know how we always do our reminders of dreams. We'll get to it. Even that right in itself is a reminder. So yeah, maybe I did it in my own new light. But what I would like to do, and kind of the gearing of this podcast that I would like to do, is inform, right? But I want to inform through a beautiful conversation. I'm not trying to make this school. Like, this isn't school at all, but I believe when you're truly in life, you're always learning. And when you understand that when you understand the essence of being wowed by something, you also understand sometimes how small you are, and sometimes it makes, like, because you didn't know certain things. And being wowed or having an epiphany about things and feeling about, even feelings as well. Kind of opens you up and shows you that there's so much more to even you. I think one of the dopest things about life thus far is that I remember, so weird right now. I can't really remember the emotion, but I remember one time in my mid-20s, I experienced an emotion that I had never experienced before. And it was weird because you can't tell people or describe a feeling, right? But it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. But I also thought that was weird. I thought that I knew life. I thought that, like, something like that never even popped in my radar of even having the ability of even happening, right? So just imagine this. Imagine, I don't know how old you are. I don't know whatever. But this is the semi-basis of most people's lives. Most people have been disappointed, whether it be by a person, a situation, themselves, or all entwined, right? Okay, cool. Most people have had nice times happen to them, and these different things happen, produce certain emotions. Sometimes you're angry. Sometimes you're gracious. Sometimes you're gracious. Sometimes you're jealous. Sometimes you're curious. Now that already is 4 different types of emotions and feelings, right? Sometimes and there's a multitude of sexiness feelings, but I'm gonna put them in 2 forms: an emitter and a receiver. So there's the I feel sexy emotion, and there's a I'm sexy. No. There's a I'm sexy, you see me. Yeah, this is it. Come get this. Right? Vibe that some people put out, via man or woman. Then there's also the one when they put it out where they're the hunters, the go afters. I create my own terms. You understand? So there's different emotions, and then there's some emotions where, let's say, you develop or your emotions get to expound upon serving others. So, for example, okay, let's say one emotion helps you get horny, and you get with a person. Okay, let's say you get with this person, you all have 2 kids, or let's just say you all don't, or you just love this person, or vice versa, right? So now let's say this person that you're with because you were attracted to, you were this way, and they were your person now. You want to make this person happy. You want to cook for this person. You want to provide for this person. You want to surprise this person, and vice versa. The children, or whatever the case may be, right? So now you're serving these people. So now you see these people eating your meal. You see these people smiling from your joke. You see these people being wild from your work of what you put into them. And that in itself creates an emotion that wasn't the other emotions. It wasn't the sadness. It wasn't the jealousy. It wasn't even the sexual go. It wasn't the gratitude. It's a completely different emotion, right? And then there's other situations that create so many other newer, in-depth emotions that people have never, where you tingle in ways that you never have before, right? And I think that's one of the essence of things that is missing in life. But I also believe that a lot of that energy, a lot of those moments are cut off. I really do. I believe we should be more responsible for each other. I believe we should teach each other. These are amazing. I'm not gonna stop. But yeah. I would like to take some time right now to put that under my tongue. All right, cool. I would like to take the time right now to oh shit, that's my dog. I'll be okay. Yeah, he complains a lot. But to the listeners, we here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm coming back for y'all. What I would like to have. So I don't know everything, but what I would like to do is have some interviews. And honestly, I don't even want to call them interviews. I would say some conversations. Conversations, yeah. There's yeah. I'm just gonna say that. I'm trying to get some things together and see what I can do. But yeah. I want to talk to some people. I don't mind that at all. Here on the pod, and get it cracking. Back to that reminder, though. Yeah. The mind is impeccable, right? Yeah, I got this shit down pat. Shout out to Arataki. That's all I can say, really. Memory is impeccable. But as far as a reminder, whatever it is that you would like to go, whatever direction, whatever you're working on, again, I want to highlight, remind, reiterate, move towards it. I'm supporting you. You got it. Nobody's ever had this mission before but you, and only you can do it. It's only yours. And I believe that you can evolve and be something that we've never even seen before. And there's so many different versions of what we've never seen before in so many different dimensions. I believe there's so many outstanding evolutionary Jesus moments in all of us from various out of this world experiences. I believe it's time for more. I believe that nobody really knows what you know, and I believe it's a reason why you feel the way you feel. I don't think we just feel these ways just to feel these ways, and I believe that you can do what it is because has to be more. It has to be that way, right? It can't just be this. Thought just passed. And I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. You know, I like to say something about. See, our mind is very tricky, and our focus is very tricky. Both mind and focus should be in harmony, right? It should be in sync. That's when they're both strengthening each other. Only thing is, when you put your mind and your focus on things that don't even need your mind and your focus, you've wasted energy and went down a whole spiral and put a whole lot in your mind when you never needed to. So, if I could say anything, slight reminder, be very mindful of what you allow into your consciousness. Now, I will say this. What's meant for you will reach you and be there, and you don't have to worry about that. A lot of us may say, but what if I cut off my blessing? Or what if I da-da-da-da? No, I don't care if it's on an announcement said in a text message or on a McDonald's, menu board. Like, or even if it's on a highway, light message. Like, what's meant for you, it will reach you. But some things will deter you. Some things will distract you. Some things will drain you. Some things will take your mind, your attention, your energy, your resources, your health to places and ways where you were never supposed to be there in the first place. You know? So everything else is a building upon the perpetuation of something to a degree. And we all move in directions. So that's why I always say aim. Make sure you understand where you're aiming your energy. So quick reminder, that's all. And also understand, I think that's where, that's where the phrase of you always want to be in a room with people smarter than you, because you can only absorb and take in. So at that point, you're only going up. You're not filling yourself up with garbage and toxins. Now, if you reach a point to where that room is now, small or non-beneficial, it's time to move on to the next level. But everything takes time. If you're not there yet, you shouldn't even be talking about the next level. So yeah. But there will always be a seed of the next level within you that will always show itself to you, and you always have a pull and a gravitation to wanting to understand it more, which gives it energy to actually grow, to help you even get to it. So I guess I was wrong, but yet I'm right. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm not gonna force anything. Actually, I enjoyed. If I do decide to come back, add a little bit more on, I have no problem with that. I really don't. Maybe some more sharper things that come and hit me. Like I said, it's my shit, so I can do whatever I want. But in case I don't come back, This is that by the way podcast. Remember, look up Haritaki, Haritaki. Check out some turmeric in your life. Or turmeric. Oh man, I care about y'all so much, man. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. If I do come back, I'll come back. I have no problem with it. I'm gonna try to go make some dope moves for today. Like I said, I got some things I want to do, and yeah, I'm gonna get to them. So y'all keep me in your mind, keep me in your consciousness. Do that sit up, do that extra push up, go for that walk. Look at yourself. Don't doubt yourself, but feel yourself. If you are wrong, stop yourself, make the correction. Don't continue to keep moving and perpetuating it. If you are noticing that something is incorrect or something is wrong, stop it and in its tracks and work on it. And if you are moving in the right directions in other in the ways that you actually want, continue to do so and push on. And also understand that an ability is ready to be unlocked for you. Something done easier, something done that wasn't done before. Yeah, I should have probably muted that, but hey, fuck it. And yeah, yeah. So I just want to say, in case I come back, your ability that's meant for you